feel like to remake one of the most beloved games of all time?
そうですね、やっぱファイナルファンタジー7自体は、やっぱ原作のファイナルファンタジー7自体は、やっぱ私にとって非常にリスペクトする作品です。
So actually, I really respect the original game. So I'm very honored to do this Rebirth game.
でその、作品をリメイクするわけですので、やっぱり私自身非常に、大切に皆さんに届けられる作品にしたいと思っているので、非常に私自身の気持ちが入った作品になっています。
And because I have so much respect and love for this game, I did my utmost best to coordinate the creation of the Rebirth game.
Oh, that's amazing. All right, so we also have actually more questions lined up for you here. Also one from Facebook stories from Michael Robosa saying, what were the challenges that you actually came across from being the director of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth? And since the remake or Final Fantasy VII Remake was so successful in 2020, did you feel any pressure making it?
そうですね、当然先ほど言った非常にリスペクトする作品なので、プレッシャーがないかというとそこは嘘にはなりますね。
Because as I mentioned earlier that I respect this game very much, I wouldn't say that I did not feel any pressure.
ただ私もそうなんですけど、開発チームの多くが私と同じように原作の FF7 に影響を受けてクリエイターになって一緒にものづくりしているスタッフがものすごく大勢います。
But because myself and my team, my dev team, who have been highly influenced by the original game, we try to do our best to create this remake, this rebirth edition for you.
なので、チーム全体がそうなんですけど、プレッシャーよりもやっぱり作品に対して非常に愛情を持っていいものを作ろうという気持ちの方がすごく高いので、プレッシャー以上に、我々作り手がもう自体もすごく楽しんで作れているので、非常にいい開発だったと思っています。
And instead of calling it pressure, we prefer to call it love. We have a love and passion for this game, so we try to do the development work to the best of our ability.
You can really tell that the game that you made is well loved, not just in other countries, but most especially here in the Philippines. So diving right into the third question, Hamaguchi-san, from Red Mendoza on Facebook. A lot of Filipinos love Final Fantasy VII, and they can't wait to play Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. The question is, what was your favorite experience in creating the game, and how was it like working with amazing people, or the masters themselves, Tetsuya Nomura and also Motomu Toriyama?
そうですね、本当に開発自体やっぱ非常に先ほどの話にもなるんですけど、非常にやっぱ原作の FF7 に対して非常にリスペクトを持ったスタッフが集まれてものづくりをできたっていうところがもう本当にかけがえのない経験になったと思っています。
So myself and the development team have a lot of respect and admiration for the original game. So what we try to do is we try to make it to the best of our ability while also retaining faithful details from the original game.
さらにそれに合わせて野村、鳥山、野島、北瀬といったような原作に関わってたクリエイターっていうのも我々のチームに入っていただいて彼らとのやっぱり原作で実現したかったとか原作に対して思いが入っていた部分っていうところをやっぱ我々の今の世代のクリエイターが彼らから吸い出すことができたっていうのもやっぱ非常に開発がうまくいったポイントかなと思います。
And I'd also like to point out that our current development team was very much influenced by creators such as Tetsuya Nomura and Motomu Toriyama themselves. So we did our utmost best to, adhere to the spirit of the original game.
I guess you can say that in terms of that, it's teamwork really makes the dream work, and you really did stay faithful to the original details of the game as well. Now, another question, we have a couple more, if it's alright with you, from Facebook user Cornelius Mascara, asking here, since you had a process in making the game, what learnings did you gain in developing Final Fantasy VII Rebirth? And do you think that these learnings, you can apply them into the creation of the next installment in the series?
そうですね、リメイクからリバースっていうのはやっぱりよりユーザーリメイクを出したユーザーがよりこうなんだろうな自由に探索したいっていう気持ちがやっぱこうリメイクの作品に対してやっぱこう感じられたので、そこを受けて今作っていうのはこうワールドマップを舞台に非常に広い冒険がユーザーができるようにっていうところを新たに進化させています。
For the Rebirth, a lot of our users expressed a desire for more freedom, which is why we created an extremely expansive world map for you to use.
でよくリバースから次とか、3作目やっていう話はされるんですけど、今まさにねこうリバースがこう発売されたばかりのタイミングですのでぜひ皆さん次回作の気持ちを寄せるよりはまず今作に対して気持ちよく楽しく遊んでもらえるとものすごく嬉しいです。
And we hope that with the release of this Rebirth, you are able to enjoy all the new things perhaps that we added to the game.
Okay, well, for sure they're going to be enjoying all of that. And also, one of the features actually, when you play Final Fantasy, I'm sure the fans know this, is the materia. And this next question actually is pretty interesting. I feel like they want to know your answer for this one. It's from Michelle Lucero asking, if you could choose just one materia to use in real life, which would you pick? Because there's healing, there's fire, there's just so much. And there's a lot of options. What would you choose, Hamaguchi-san?
難しい質問ですね。
That's a difficult question, I have to admit.
It is.
そうですね。あえて一つ挙げるとしたらミヤブルマテリアですかね。
But if I had to use one materia, I would choose the Miyaburu materia or the assessment materia.
Okay. They seem pretty intrigued with your answer. Why? Why?
やっぱ私自身クリエイターでこう、お客さんに対してエンターテインメントの作品を届けているので、こう見る側のお客さんがどういうものを好んでいるのとかどういうこう作品に対しての感情を感じているのかっていうのがこう透けて見えるとやっぱ作り手としては非常に使えるなと思います。
I personally think that being able to see through a person's feelings is very important, so that was why I would choose the assessment material.
Okay, that's a pretty interesting choice. I think I might choose that also, or probably the Bahamut. So that could someone just like a dragon out of nowhere. But hopefully hindi naman dito. Hindi ngayon. Alright, sige. Now time to go. Let's try to get to know him better. A blast from the past. Going back to your childhood, I guess. A question from Ching Andres Loretta from Facebook Story. What RPG games did you enjoy playing growing up?
私はやっぱりこう元こうスクエアエニックスなんですけど今は、昔はスクエアっていうこう名前の会社だったんですけど、その当時のこうドラゴンクエストとかファイナルファンタジーっていうのは非常に私のこう子供の頃のこうなんだろうなこうエンターテインメントの作品としてすごくこう私のインスピレーションを与えてくれる作品ではあります。
So when I was much younger, before Square Enix was known as Square, and I used to play a lot of other FF games as well as this game Dragon Quest.
Are you familiar with Dragon Quest?
So Dragon Quest was really a huge influence on how I do games today.
Big inspiration to who he is also today and how he makes his games. Grabe, time surely flies by very, very quick. And with that, we've actually come down to our last fan question for Hamaguchi-san. And this one is actually from Kashokan from Instagram Stories. And the question is, what is one of your favorite scenes in the game that has been translated from the old to the current version today?
そうですね、もう今作、正直なところを言うと全部好きです。
Actually, I like everything.
なので、あえて一つを今作選ぶとするのであれば、 やっぱり今作はバレットっていうキャラクターが非常にこう丁寧に、彼自体のパーソナリティ、キャラクター性を表現しています。
So I actually admire the character of Barrett. I like his origin story, and I also like his personality overall.
なのでぜひバレットとダインのシーンっていうのはものすごく感動的に演出できていると思いますので、皆さんこう号泣される方がたくさん出てくると思います。
So actually, he has a very dramatic scene that I hope you all look forward to, and I'm hoping that maybe a few audience members will shed tears from what's happening on screen.
Sounds pretty intense. Parang I think you better get your tissues ready. Kailangan handa na kayo habang lalaro niyo yung game. And actually, we have one more question actually that's available. It will be flashed here on our screen. Let's just wait. There we go. All right. Okay. So, Hamaguchi-san, it was recently just Valentine's, February, just came around the corner, and they're wondering who among the available characters would you choose as your date at the Gold Saucer? Valentine's date.
そうですね。
Okay. It seems like parang may choice na daw kayo para sa kanya.
今作そうですね、デートイベントの中でもうぜひ見ていただきたいので、もう全部見ていただきたいんですけど、その中であえて一つだけまずあげます。
Okay, so I want everybody to go through the Gold Saucer stage with utmost interest. I hope you guys focus on it.
いいですか？言いますよ。準備はいいですか？
So I'm going to tell you my secret. Who am I going to date? So please listen carefully.
Okay. Wait lang.
レッドサーティーン！
Alright, it seems like it's already been given to all of them. Alright, thank you so much, Hamaguchi-san, for also answering so many questions for today, hearing about what goes on into developing such a huge title such as this is always very, very interesting. And now we wrap up with the Q&A segment, and it is now time to actually play today's quiz. So are you ready to win some prizes?